We don't do Nike Tech. We don't do coffee. There's straight quarter zips and matches around here. He was talking about putting on a Nike Tech to come outside. I told him, what are you doing? You upgraded in life. You wear glasses now. You wear quarter zips. Now, you don't do Nike Tech. You don't do those. Talk to him.
Yo.
Talk to us.
Yesterday I was in the hood. Today I'm wearing this sweater. I'm in Blank Street, gang. Change your life, gang. Put the tech down.
Tech down. Quarter zips up. You heard? Quarter zips and stop. Come on, talk to us.
Amen, bro. We out.
Jesus love you. We love you. Have a blessed rest of your day.
What's up, everybody? Derek Anderson, the DA. All right, everybody. Look, a little break from the entertainment talk for just a minute. All right, we'll get back to it. I actually got a video coming up about Alien versus Predator on the heels of Predator Badlands. How's that going to look? All right. But this definitely plugs into the culture conversations that we do have from time to time. You can see on this headline, this is on The Root. New trend, black men are ditching tracksuits for quarter zips and calling themselves young gentlemen. I actually have no problem with this whatsoever, all right? I'm actually good with this one, okay? Gen Z black men trade athleisure for gentleman style in this new trend. You guys know all my kids are Gen Z, so I'm starting to see this type of dress movement, you know, get more and more popular. And look, I feel like this. Like, if you're trying to ditch some of the labels that have been associated with your people, like the black fatigue, all right, the YN label that is going around right now. If you're trying to ditch that, this is probably the best way to do it. You know, start dressing for success. Start dressing different. Don't look like the kind of cats that you say, hey, man, I don't want to be associated with them, but I'm going to go out there and put the uniform on, okay? Like this video or this picture right here, this dude transitioning from a YN to a quarter zip, okay? So you start out looking like everybody's favorite thug out there, but look, he's going to transition over into this quarter zip. And yeah, it's a completely much different look. And I approve. I approve. I actually think this is a good thing in the black community, and I hope to see more of it. And not just putting on the costume, obviously, because you could just see this as, oh, we just wearing some clothes, you know, and then like some other cats are talking like, yeah, it's like quarter zip and matcha trend doesn't mean what you think it means. And yeah, like if you're just like throwing on the clothes and drinking drinks and you just want to stand around looking preppy and all of that, all right, fine. I'm not saying don't do it, but at the same time, there has to be another transformation that's happening in your life. And I fully believe that that's what's going on right now. I think the quarter zip trend is actually making changes by people just changing their mindset, okay? Like people just changing what it is that they're doing. I saw this video right here. This is like the guy apparently that created the quarter zip movement, and he spoke about it. And let's listen to what it is he got to say.
I am the founder of the quarter zip movement, and there are some things I would like to discuss. For one, I would not tolerate hate on another group of black men. This movement that I've created has allowed so many black men to win in so many different ways. The only thing I could do is be grateful, truthfully. The whole point of this trend, throwing on a quarter zip, sipping the matcha as a black man, is to allow black men to feel comfortable in trying new things, expanding your palate, just expanding your horizons of what it is to live this life. Coming from
Yeah, I 100% agree with that, and I 100% support that. You got to get out of your four walls that you grew up in. Like if you grew up in the hood or you grew up in the ghetto, you got to get out of that four-wall mentality, like this is me, this is all I am, and, you know, get off of your block and go out and see how the rest of the world lives. I think that that is a vital point of any young person, period. It doesn't matter what skin color you are or anything. It's a vital part of your growth is to get out of what you normally would associate with as your life and say, okay, I just live in the hood, I live on this block, I live in this city, and say, hey, what's the rest of the world looking like? Expand my horizons. And that might mean, hey, you know, I dress a little bit differently, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, what they're like basically dressed up is like, you know, what we used to call yuppies, you know, back in the day. Like this look right here. All right. This is just a yuppie look, you know, young urban professional. That's what we had back in the days, you know, and it was just a, you know, a more preppy look, you know, because you wanted to have success in your life. Success sometimes comes in these types of packages, you know, or I'm looking like I'm about some business. I'm not here, you know, out here doing this dumb shit or whatever is going on here. All right. I look like I'm about my business. Let me go ahead and dress the part. All right. And a lot of places, like, you will get your opportunities just based on how you look. It's like, oh, yeah, this person came looking the part. You know, you might have all the knowledge up here, but if you don't look the part, people won't take you seriously. So this is a person right here that I would absolutely take seriously if he comes to a business. It's like, okay, yeah, I think this guy is ready for business. I think again, it's a definite difference from this shit, you know? And they're talking about, you know, cats is wearing suits now and everything like that. And I say, hey, more power to them. All right. I fully support it. Now, of course, when you have black men doing something that's positive, you're always going to have somebody talking out the side of their neck and not knowing exactly what the hell is going on. All right. This video went absolutely viral. A woman calls out black men over their new quarter zip trend. This thing had how many? 5.1 million views. It's absolutely ridiculous when people are calling out folks for trying to make positive changes in their life. Okay. Like, why are you listening to this dumbass? But anyway, let's go ahead and play and hear what she had to say.
Like, maybe I'm too woke, but I don't find the quarter zip shit funny because I also didn't find it funny a couple years ago when all those black men put on suits and then stood around in suits. I don't understand what men in general, but especially black men's obsession is with defining themselves by their clothing and not really actively doing any. It's not deeper than just like, well, we can put on suits. I can also put on a suit.
Look, dumbass, it's about changing your mindset, all right? You got to start somewhere. You got to start with something. And sometimes the clothes do make the man, all right? You put on a different set of clothes. You have a different personality. You have a different outlook on your life. It's like, damn, man, like, look, she don't understand men. So men, stop taking advice from some random chick online. Stop listening to rando running the mouth, talking out the side of their neck, not knowing what the hell it is that they talking about. Stop listening to them, okay? Listen to other men, all right? That's what men need to do. Listen to other men, all right? And that doesn't matter what race it is. You can listen to black men, white men, Asian men. I've gotten advice from all kinds of different folks, all right? One of the first people that ever gave me advice besides my father was an Asian man. And I listened very carefully to what he had to say. And then along the line, I've gotten advice from everybody. But what I never did is say, hey, let me listen to this chick and see what she got to say, all right? Somebody that has no clue what a man goes through on a day-to-day basis and how people look at you. Stop listening to women, all right? This is absolutely ridiculous. Let me let her keep talking.
Is the point that you're trying to make here? Like, it's like costume.
The point is to improve your life. The point is to do better than what you was doing yesterday, to be a better version of yourself than you were yesterday. Every man should be doing that, all right? Men should be guided by their convictions, all right, and how they feel. Hey, man, I think I want to make some changes. I want to do things differently. I'm going to start to level up. I'm going to make better choices with my clothing. So I'm going to go from what this dude is wearing, and this is the same guy we was just looking at. I'm going to go from this to another level. But of course, there's always just the ramblings of some random asshole just sitting out here trying to shame men for trying to do better. All right. It's ridiculous.
Like, let's dress up as the social idea of success or productivity or decent, productive human being. I don't know. I don't even understand what y'all are trying to communicate to us. Y'all are constantly like,
she says, what are we trying to communicate to us? It's like, we ain't trying to communicate nothing to you. We communicating to ourselves. We talking about, wait, man, I'm changing up what I'm doing. I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing this for me. What do you mean trying to communicate to us? We ain't trying to communicate nothing to you. It's ridiculous.
Essentially dressing up as white men. Like, that's kind of the underlying idea. Suits, quarter zips, like associating yourself with this like stereotypically white style.
And there it is right there, right? There it is. It's the shaming language to get you back on the plantation. That's all it is. Oh, you're starting to look like a white guy. Uh-oh, you starting to look like some old preppy white dude. Oh, man, you ain't staying true to the game, baby. Uh-oh. You know, your sisters ain't gonna talk to you no more. That's basically what she's saying. She's trying to shame men back onto the plantation. Hey, I got a different outlook in life. I feel better about myself. I'm dressing nice. I'm looking good. All right. Yeah, this brother's putting on belts and boots. All right. Where is it at? He threw away the sneakers. He's ironing his clothes. All right. He's starting to improve. He's leveling up. He's feeling good about his move. All right. He got a belt. Everything else, right? And then the girls, nah, you selling out. You selling out to the white man. It's fucking retarded, man. This is stupid shit. Stop listening to these people.
Style. Hello? Do y'all not see how that's, one, offensive to you as a black person, upholds white supremacy, but is also reductive of your, like, humanness? I don't know. It's like...
Shut up, bitch! Oh my God!
There's absolutely nothing wrong with the cleanup act.
Like,
all
maybe
right?
I'm too woke, but...
Cleaning up your shit. Hey, man, I'm about to dress better, you know. I did that. I went through those, you know, trends and movements in my own life, you know. You know, when you have to make a move, you try to make it in the positive direction, okay? You try to, hey, man, I want to look better. I want to be able to go out and get that job that I want, all right? Now, the matcha thing is like, you don't have to drink matcha, you know, all right? If you want to drink matcha, if you like matcha, drink matcha. But, I mean, for this chick to be out here slamming dudes for just trying to make a positive change in their life, that's just absolutely retarded, all right? But I do say again, let it not just be a costume. Yeah, it's great. Put some better clothes on. I think you all got to start somewhere. Everybody got to start somewhere. All right. But at the end of the day, you're going to find who you are and just be true to that person. Okay. Be true to whatever you do until you're through. Okay. Shout out to Big L. Rest in peace. You got to stay honest to who you are and rock it all the way out to the end. And if this is how you feel, it's like, yo, man, I'm trying to ditch that YN label. All right. All the black fatigue that's been going on. I got to get rid of that, man. That ain't me. That ain't who I am. Okay. I ain't this dude right here. All right. I may have done this for the homies and hangouts because it was the thing to do. But you know what? I'm feeling a change in the air and I want to look different. And so, yeah, I'm going to go for this. I see absolutely nothing wrong with that. And this fool right here should be ashamed of herself for trying to talk black men out of making a positive change in their lives. But let's see what some other folks are saying. Look, Atreus, sometimes when you 200 pounds, you just learn to shut the fuck up. Hey, you knew Atreus was going to have something to say about this one. I'm confused. Who has a costume? I mean, for real, man. Like, this chick got blonde hair. This chick got blonde hair. She is absolutely playing into certain trends herself. Talking about wearing a costume. Chick, what you talking about? Absolutely ridiculous. FYI, this was the norm before hip-hop became mainstream. Black men have always looked nice. All right. This is going back in like the 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s. All right. Black men have always said, hey, you know what? We could dress up. We could look nice. And it was a positive example of our community. I see nothing wrong with that. I don't know why anybody would be down on this. And we should get more brothers coming back to look like this. This would be dope. Wrong messenger. A stereotypical white style with a head full of blonde hair. The jokes write themselves. They really do, man. They absolutely really do. Putting on glasses doesn't make you smart, but it helps you see. Same with clothes. An outfit doesn't magically change who you are, but there's a reason we were all taught to dress for success. Exactly. Your aesthetic is a mirror. Nobody likes looking into a dirty one. Exactly. Again, just find a nice look, whatever it is. It doesn't have to necessarily be quarter zips. It could be suits. All right. Or it could be some other sort of a, preppy look or whatever, but you want to dress for success. All right. Stop listening to these hoes. I ain't never seen 20 niggas just fight and do hood shit in full suits. Many times, appearance affect mindset. Yeah, like I think Mace Murder, when he was with COC dropped the line. I think he dropped the line. Or maybe this was when he was with Bad Boy. I figured out I wouldn't wow when I'm in my fresh clothes. All right? They figured out I wouldn't wow when I'm in my fresh clothes. That's why you set a dress code. You set a dress code so that way when people, okay, I got to dress nice to get into this club or whatever. Oh, okay. And I'm probably not going to be out here wilding out. I'm probably just going to have a different mindset. Okay. When I come into a club, when I'm dressed nice. All right. That was Mace Murder, 20, 30 years ago? And people still don't seem to understand that shit. She got blonde hair, calling black men customize his white style. And someone please tell this woman that washes paper plates. This is how black men dressed historically. Again. Suited and booted, bow ties, top hats, facts. Again, man, we got to get back to that shit. Oh, shit, look, Tommy Sotomayor. Dear black men, stop listening to black women. They do not want to see you grow in advance. Notice they always telling us about white supremacy until they sleep with white men.
That's not ridiculous. That's not ridiculous to say that.
Tommy Sotomayor, the absolute legend, man. Damn, I ain't heard from him in a minute, man. Tommy's right, though, man. The first thing these black chicks do is they go and hook up with a white dude who's been doing all of this, all right? He's been looking like this, all right? And then they go and hook up with him. And he's got the money and he's got the good job. And they want you to remain looking like this dummy, all right? They want you to remain looking like this, like a straight thug. That's what they want. YNs. People are trying to shake these labels, man. I have no problem with that. I fully support it. Everybody get out there, dress for success. I love it. But y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Are y'all into this trend, all right? Again, I don't know about the matchas. I'm not I like matcha. It's all right, but it's not necessarily my drink. I'll drink black coffee. You know, if I need a hit, I drink black coffee, energy drinks. That's basically what I do. But matcha's good. You know, I had a lot of it when I went to Japan, man. And look, yeah, again, get outside of your bubble, outside of your comfort zone, dress differently, attend different events, take a trip to another part of the world, and follow the rules of that country when you go, all right? Don't get out there over in Japan and Korea and other places wilding out, acting like you act when you here in America. Hey, man, be a proper representation, all right? Be smarter than that. But y'all let me know what y'all think about it. Go ahead, jump down in the comments, give me your thoughts and opinions on that. And thanks for watching. See you next time.